Alright guys, welcome back here to Old Time Garage. So, you all watched Sunday Fun Day. Well, what was going on? Well, I was saying at that time is we were also at the same time painting all the jambs of the Nova. So here it is, and any of you guys that were trying to guess the color, it's called Chateau Slate. Chateau Slate. So it's going to probably look silver in this filming. Colors never look true. It is silver, but when you look at it, it's got a blue tinge to it. Like it's a bluey silver, if that makes any sense. There's definitely blue in it. 100% there's blue in it. And if you saw it in person, you'd see the blue. But they call it Chateau Slate. That's the original color for this car with a black top. So here we are. There she is. So we did the jambs. And we sprayed up in here. Now you might ask, why did you paint all that? Well, it's easier when you're spraying here than to have a huge tape line here and have to try and sand the tape line off after. So what we do is we just let the paint go here. This has only got one coat, and we had to get paint in here between those louvers. So, which is a real shitty design on cars like this. You can't get in there, but we did. So now what will happen is when we paint the car again, this makes sense to you. We'll scotch white this or hit it with 600 or whatever. This will get all repainted with the car when we do it, but when you're doing the jambs and you're doing down in here, you just paint it all. Because to mask it and pull the tape off, you're gonna have sharp edges. You're gonna have to like try and sand them edges off. This is easier. There's no sharp edge anywhere, right? So now you just scuff it lightly. And you know, that's the purpose of painting was because we wanted to get paint in here. If that's even making sense to you guys. So there's the jambs. Doors are still in the body shop, covered up. Sean's in there right now working on the 56 Ford, so I can't really show you them. But yeah, I know, I can see I'm looking through the camera film here. I don't know, it looks silver, but it is got blue in it. So anyway, today we're just gonna, because there's no point. The fenders are off, so we're just gonna give this a quick little wire wheel and throw a little bit of the PF 532, what do you call it, the rubberized texture spray on there just to clean it up so it looks nice. I'll cover up, you know, the control arms and that, but we'll just spray a little bit of that, so at least when the car's painted it looks decent, right? Now's the time to do it. So we got our trusty drill, we got an extension cord, and away we go. So that's it, we'll get at her. Alright, a couple different wire wheels, little brake clean, wiped all the grease and crap off of everything, and that's it. That's all we're really going to do there. I'm going to throw a little Eastwood rust spray paint there, let that dry up, and then I'm going to texture spray it, and that's all. Not, like I say, nothing fancy. It's just going to look clean, you know, when the car is painted and you see through the wheel well. That's the main goal. And like I say, why wouldn't you give it a quick splash right now anyway? Now if you're doing a frame up or doing a really nice job of this car, obviously you'd strip everything off of it, everything, but we're not, the owner's not going to that extent. He's just making a nice, beautiful cruiser that he can go to car shows with and drive around and have fun. And that's honestly the best cars that are out there, are ones that are done like that. You get enjoyment out of them. You're not afraid to drive them, right? So, yeah. Okay, guys, so there you have it. Like I say, nothing fancy. Just gave it a light little spray. You know. It's got newer CPP arms. Well, not newer. Someone's done them in time. You can see the powder coating start to flake off here and there. But I'm not getting involved with that. I wiped down the grease. I cleaned it up. I just threw a little black, like I say, on there. Tidies it up. Looks good. Someone's probably going to ask, what do you use for a product for that? I just use this stuff here. Proform. Rubberized gravel guard. It's paintable. You can paint over top of it. Part number PF 532. It's good for handy. For little items like that to do that. It just wakes it right up, right? I mean, you know, you compare that now. We go around to the other side. Compare the two. Like, you know, do you leave it like that for the customer? Do you leave it looking like that when you got the fender off? Or do you just spend that hour aside to tidy it up for them? I don't think the customer is going to get too upset with me spending an hour aside and a couple cans of, you know, stuff there to tidy that up for him. That just, yeah. So we'll move all the equipment to the other side and we'll get on to that. Our sunny days are gone here. It was sunny up to yesterday. It was like highs of 15. Today's kind of cloudy. The rain's not here yet, but it's on the way, and it's supposed to rain pretty much all week. So that kind of sucks, but it is the beginning of March. And hey, we didn't see any snow this year, so I'm okay with it. Okay, we got the other side sprayed. Just unmasking it now. Put our wheel back on. Doesn't that look better? And of course our rain is here. There's our rain. It's coming down. 1 o'clock and the rain is here. And apparently it's here every day this week, I think. But hey, that's alright. So anyway, I'm going to I'll finish unmasking here, get tire and wheel on it. And we'll let this dry up a little bit. And then these rubbers are just some sort of homemade rubber someone had riveted on there. I'm going to reattach them so they're back on and in place. And then I think our next step will be moving on will be to put the doors back on this bad boy. But we have to, normally before I put the doors on, I'll run a tap through the threads. Even though the threads are fine, we even put masking tape in the holes so the threads don't get gummed up with paint. I always, before I put anything together, I run a tap through the holes of that stuff all the time. Just, why wouldn't you? It's off, so why wouldn't you run a tap through it, right? Only makes sense. For the 5 minutes of time it's going to take you, why wouldn't you want to run a tap through there and clean it out? Beautiful. Yeah. I just think that looks so much better. Okay guys, so you saw yesterday there, we were working on the Nova bit. Today we're back onto the 62 C10. I'm going to do some work on that. So I know this video kind of flip-flops around and people like to see just one car only, but we'll keep it between the 62 and the Nova. Now what we're doing on the Nova is we're going to bring it in the shop, but that's not going to come in the shop till tomorrow. So we're going to get it in the shop here tomorrow, and we're going to get doors on it and stuff like that. So for today, we're going to be working on the 62. And if y'all remember where I left off on that, we had fitted the rocker because we were having problems. We were having problems with this piece. And it was at this piece, the original one I put in here, this here, believe it or not, this here was not straight on it. For some reason, it went like way over in an angle like that. I've never seen that in my life. Anyway, this is another one I had for another customer job that's coming in, so I've just grabbed it out of the back room. We're going to use this one. This one is straight. I don't know why the other one is cockeyed. Will I throw the other one out? No, because it's still good for using a patch or something out of it, but definitely that was the problem. It's weird. I don't know how that stamping would have been like that. Must have been the end of the day, or maybe something in the press went wrong. I don't know, but this is what we want, so we will trim this down and start putting it together. Okay guys, so I got this fitting in here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut and butt and weld it. We're not worried about here. I know it's quite a gap. We're not worried about that because this has all got to be replaced. So we're not welding nothing here. But we're going to cut and butt here. Then we're going to chop this little piece out because we've already got the floor pan right there. So, and I've already welded. This now is welded to the back side of the rocker underneath. I'm not going to grab it because it's hot. Normally that's what I would do, would grab it. But we are getting close now. Now I feel like we're getting somewhere. This piece is way better. Look at that line. It's way better than the other one was. Unbelievable. So that's good. So we'll just keep cutting and welding away here, and this 62 C10 will get done in no time. Let's see where we get by the end of the day. Okay, we are getting there. How's that looking? Got to make a piece up in there, unfortunately, but that's okay. We are doing good. It's all welded on the back side. Got this piece over halfway welded in. We're just putting a few tacks in the floor. Obviously we'll have to be finishing this off probably tomorrow. Ain't gonna happen today, but the old C10's getting solid again. Alright guys, so we've got our floor pan in, got our seat riser piece in, we got our inner and outer rocker in. I'm just making a little panel to go in this corner here. And then we got a little bit of welding underneath to do, not much, just in the front corner. And then this is done, completed. Looks like we'll have this done hopefully the end of today. If not, very first thing in the morning we'll have it done. The only thing that will be left will be this cab corner and cab support mount. That's what we'll have to tackle next week. That's all we'll have left to do. But other than that, we're doing good. All right? Just keep trucking along. Things get done. It takes time. Remember that. It always takes time. Alright guys, we finished off welding it in. Sprayed our black paint under there. We did our seam sealing where we needed to. I'm not doing any seam sealer along in here where I've welded, or here, just because if the gentleman decides to go rubber matte again, this shows. So we'll bodywork that little bit of the area. If he decides to carpet it, well, then whatever. So, but that's in. Floors are in, everything's done. Got to put a couple bolts underneath it tomorrow, do some seam sealing underneath, and spray my black first, and some seam sealing, let it dry up. And then what we've got left in is this corner here, right? And like I say, we'll be addressing that next week, not this week. We're going to be going on to the Nova a bit more tomorrow. So we'll be back to you with that one in the near future too. So yeah. Okay then, with that being said, we'll set the camera down for a minute and tidy up. Okay guys, there it is. Now obviously I didn't texture spray anything back in this area. I just did, this is just a very light coat because we're going to be in here working anyway, doing body work up on the kick panels a little bit where I'd welded. So I just gave it a light coat in there just to, if any water lands, to keep the rust off. Like I said, I'm not spraying here because I haven't done this cab corner yet, so I still got to do that. So that just kind of protects it, but there they are, the floors are in. Like I said again, over and over again, this carpet glue stuff, it don't matter what you do, unless you take a torch and you heat it up, it's the only way it's coming off. But honestly, you can see where it was up in there, I sprayed over it because you're going to put down your Dynamat over top of that, it's going to stick to it. What does it really matter if that's there? You know, unless you're getting that fussy about something you're never going to see. So, just trying to save the customer money. But yeah, this cab, once you get this back corner done, this cab is like rust free. So things are looking good. So on that note, it's Friday. I'm out of here for now. But I will see you on Sunday for Sunday Fun Day. We'll be back on the Model A working away on that. So I hope you all stay tuned. I want to give a big shout out to a young fella. He's turning 82 in May. His name is Don. Don got hold of me and he said, "Hey Rick, I was a body man for over 40 years," he goes, "and I'm just not doing it anymore, and I got a few cool little items I'd like to give to you and pass it along for you to put up on your shop walls and enjoy it." He goes, so he's sent me a package out. He says it's going to be here next Wednesday, so that's pretty cool. So I want to give a big shout out to Don. Thank you so much. I don't do this channel to receive stuff. I just do it so customers can see how their vehicles are coming along, really. Because I mean, it's not like I make any money at these channels. Honestly, I work one day and I make more than I do on YouTube in a month. So that's just it is. But it is what it is, and that's all fine and dandy. I'll keep doing the videos because I enjoy them and I enjoy talking to you guys, and I can't wait to see what Don's sending me. So hey, a big hell yeah out there to Don. Hope you're watching. Thank you so much, and I'll look for your gift in the mail, and I'll have to reimburse you something in the mail, Don, for sure. Got to do that. Okay guys, so I will see you Sunday Fun Day. You have a good one. Don't forget our giveaway my wife is doing. You have to, a lot of you guys are sharing it, but on your Facebook, when you share my thing, if you just share it amongst friends, you're not entered to win. You have to share it to the public, to people that you don't even know. You have to share that link to the public. So if you shared it to your friends only, you're not in the contest. I apologize, but I'm warning you. Okay, catch y'all later on Sunday.